I am officially a sports mom, which means I am going to be running on fumes every single day. We've got practices, games, things are going to look really different in this house. So I want to make some easy meals this month. And so this week, I'm going to focus on how the strategy is going to work with saving money, not overdoing it, but also making some meals that are nutritious, filling, great for kids that are in sports, and don't take me a ton of time. So hopefully I can figure it out this week. And if you have extra tips and you've already done this and you're a very seasoned parent, please let me know in the comments because I need all of the tips. Also, I will say I am diving into the organic foods a little bit more. I have very specific medical issues and concerns that are going on in this house that are making me look into a few options for that. Now, I have not actually looked into the cost difference of organic versus conventional, and I'm only going to be focusing on a few specific items that I want to switch over to organic. So you might see that this month, and I'm not exactly sure if I want to do the entire month as switching over to organic on those things, or it just kind of depends on pricing and budget and all of that. So let's kind of see how it goes, see what I can come up with. And first things first, so I'm going to go ahead and clear out my pantry, fridge, and freezer, get it all organized, make sure everything is easily seen, and then we're going to take some inventory. So just like I do every single week, I do have my meal planning book here, and I'm going to make sure that I update my inventory. So every year, just once a year, I write down each item that I have on hand. If I pick up a new item that's not here, I just add it, and then every week I just change the quantities that are over here in pencil. I just erase it because we don't use a ton of ingredients every week. So I really only have to change like 10 things. I am gonna go ahead and make sure everything is tidy, take a quick inventory, and then I've got the meal planning pages here too. So I'm just gonna write down the ingredients that are about to go bad. I'll write those down on top, make sure I create meals with those ingredients first. If I'm missing something, I'll try to make a substitution. If I can't, that's gonna go on my list here. Plus, I'll also check whatever we have for requests, any staples I need to pick up and all of that. And then we're gonna lean on the sales too. So I'm gonna get started on this week, and then I'm gonna show you our shopping haul and some recipes. Let's go. You can see that my refrigerator is a complete mess. Leftovers, takeout, little drinks that we picked up. So it was Father's Day weekend, and we had a family get together, and I treated my husband to an epic day of anything that he wanted. So that meant we did get some takeout, and we still have some of the leftovers here. So we are going to eat the leftovers for lunch today. And then we also have some leftovers from the family get-together, some dips and some watermelon and other things like that. So we do have to use those things before they go bad. So that's gonna be part of the meal plan this week. And I have quite a few vegetables that I need to go through. Last week's meal plan, I did not end up using these poblanos, and I need to hurry up and do that because you can see that they're kind of getting wrinkly. So I need to use these probably today. So let's get that done. And then I have a lot of bell peppers. I bought some for a party. So I had the vegetables, that's what I was signed up for. So I have a lot of mini bell peppers. I've got sugar snap peas from that. And we've got carrots, we've got celery, we've got bell peppers. So we're just a little low on fruit, but other than that, we are all set for the week for veggies. So as I was looking in the refrigerator, I saw that those poblanos are about to go bad. So I'm going to write anything that's about to go bad up here on the top. So that way when I go to think about my meal plan as I'm taking inventory, I can start writing down ideas. So obviously right now, I need to do stuffed poblanos today because today is Monday. So I'm gonna make sure that that gets done today. And this is how I do my meal planning. I just go through, check out what's about to go bad, and then say, oh my gosh, I need to make that today. And then I might say, okay, we can probably use onions, cheese, beans, just like a general idea of ingredients I have on hand that I can use to make these. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do rice or not, but I might. So anyway, so that's how I do that. Now that that's written down, that will be top of mind as I go through and look at my inventory. I'm just gonna continue filling things out. I am gonna have to think things through though, because I do have some practices and games coming up. So I will have to kind of plan ahead. So I am going to finish this. We're gonna go shopping, and then I'm gonna show you all the meals for the week. So tonight I'm gonna go ahead and wash up these poblano peppers, get some rice cooking, and I'm gonna mix some stuffed poblanos. So I'm gonna cook up 1 cup of jasmine rice, but I'm not gonna use all of it for the stuffed peppers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash this and get it started on the stovetop. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I've already washed my poblano peppers and just give them a quick little scrub. I'm gonna slice them in half and de-seed and devein them, and then put them on the baking sheet. Yeah.
I'm requesting a food. Can we get spaghetti?
Echo, add 4 cheese spaghetti to my shopping list.
I've added 4 cheesecakes to your shopping list.
Can you change that to spaghetti?
Yep, swapped out the cheesecake for spaghetti. Your shopping list now has 4 spaghetti instead.
Not spaghetti! Change spaghetti to spaghetti.
Spaghetti's still spaghetti on your list.
Echo! What are you saying? Echo, it's sacchetti, like saccatini, sacchetti.
Got it. Added 4 cheese spaghetti to your shopping
You
list.
did it! Good job!
Did you get 4 cheese?
Yeah. I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. So I was originally gonna use tofu for this, but I think I actually feel like beans. So this is my little flat container of beans from the freezer, my little black bean, can, essentially. So I'm just going to run this under water a little bit, break it apart, rinse it, and then I will start cooking the rest of the recipe. We'll just run this under water and it'll be super easy to thaw out. Now the last time I made it, I had cheddar on hand. Today I just have Monterey Jack, so I'm gonna go ahead and shred this up and use it instead. So I'm only gonna be using about a cup of this cooked rice. And I'll put the rest in the refrigerator to cool down for another dish I'm making. My kids are not having this for dinner because the stuffed poblanos are spicy, a little bit too spicy. So I'm just gonna add about a cup of cooked rice. Let's actually make that a cup and a half. Now I had these bell peppers from a party from this weekend, so I'm just gonna chop up a couple of the red ones and add them in. Just gonna add a little bit of diced red bell pepper, a couple tablespoons of diced red onion, maybe about 1/8 of a cup, 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans, 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes, then a little less than a cup of frozen corn. You can use canned corn, but I just have frozen, so that's what I'm using. Then we're just gonna season with some garlic powder, ground cumin, oregano, paprika, chili powder, and onion powder. And then we'll give this a mix until it's combined. There we go. Doesn't that look delicious? Now we'll take our peppers out of the oven. And they've been out for a few minutes, that's why I can touch the pan. I'm just going to stuff my poblanos with the filling. Now I'll top these with our shredded Monterey Jack. You can use any cheese that you have though, pepper jack, cheddar, whatever you want to use. And then we're gonna pop this back in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're gonna see if they're fully cooked through. If not, we'll just add a little bit more time. And my daughter's gonna have sushi again, so I mixed up some imitation crab that I had in the freezer. I thawed it out and added some Kewpie mayo. And I've sliced some cucumber, I've got an avocado, and we've got some of that cooked rice. So I'm just gonna add this cooked rice to my nori, and the nori was frozen too. It thaws out really quickly. Okay. I'll add my imitation crab mixture right to the middle here. I'll add some cucumber and then some avocado. There we go. And I'll just roll it up. Oh, that was very wonky. It's a super wonky roll. Okay, I'm gonna refrigerate this for a few minutes and then I'll cut it. It's been 25 minutes altogether and now it looks perfect. So I'm just gonna take these out and let them rest for a few minutes and serve them on up. And this is what my son's plate looks like today. He doesn't like sushi and spicy yet. So he's gonna have some chicken nuggets with some cashews, peanuts, rice with butter and salt, and some celery and carrots with ranch. And that's what he's having. The sushi definitely turned out wonkier today. I did not chill the rice long enough, I think, but it'll still be delicious. This is my daughter's plate, a couple nuggets, celery, carrots, and sushi. And that's it for dinner tonight. Look how beautiful. Okay. Perfect. So these are gonna be $1.59. Okay. And that should be it today, I think. And today we ended up spending $61.80. So we didn't end up eating all the pizza from last week after we ordered some, so I put it in the freezer, and now we're gonna cook it for dinner tonight because we have practice to go to. And this is what the kids are having tonight. We're back from practice, and now we're eating chicken nugget wraps with lots of vegetables and cheese, ranch, and yeah, so everybody's hungry. So tonight for dinner I have this bean dip that I need to use from the freezer, so I'll be using that. And I'm also going to be using these bell peppers, Impossible ground beef, and some diced onions, and then just some other random things too. I also have a ton a pie crust that I found for a little over $1 at Aldi a few weeks ago, or however long ago that was. So I definitely will be using these tonight. So first I'm going to heat my pan on medium heat. Next I'll add some oil. I'll add some diced red onions. Oh, that's a lot. A little bit too much. Just going to take some of that out. I do like red onions, but we don't want to go too crazy. Now we're going to saute these onions until they're nice and soft and translucent, seasoned with just a little bit of salt. Now I'll add in my ground beef. I'm using Impossible ground beef this time. I'll break this apart and then I'll let it get a nice little crust on it. Add some garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, cumin, black pepper, and just a little bit of salt. And the salt is optional. Add in a little bit of water to deglaze the pan. Gotta get all that flavor off the bottom. I'm gonna add in some diced bell peppers, and then I'm just gonna cook this for another 2 or 3 minutes. I don't want the bell peppers to be completely soft. Now I'm gonna stir in some of my cheese. I turn off the heat when I do this. This is just a blend of cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. This is probably about a cup of cheese. And I'll just stir that in so it's nice and melty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I'm just gonna set this aside. Now I've got my oven set to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is one of the double pie crusts. It was frozen, I just took it out a few minutes ago, and so it's relatively thawed out and I can start adding my ingredients. I'm just going to add some bean dip that I made. This is homemade bean dip, but you can use refried beans instead, maybe about a can. So I'll just spread this evenly on the bottom of the pie crust. I'm just gonna put a little bit of cheese on top. Now I'll pour my meat mixture in evenly over the top. Just make sure it's spread nice and even. And I've got this other pie crust too that's refrigerated. Just place this on top, and then I'll cut away the excess. And don't throw away this extra crust. We're gonna bake it on the side so we can have some little crust chips. I'm just gonna pinch the edges here so it's closed. And then I'll just cut a couple of slits here so the steam can be released. There we go. And then I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 425 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. So now they kind of look like chips. So I'm gonna toss these in the oven too. So after about 15 minutes, I added some foil around the edges, and I went ahead and cooked it for about 45 minutes because I want to make sure that bottom crust gets totally cooked through. So the top is nice and golden now. Look how beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and let it rest for about 10 minutes before I cut it. So I let it rest, and now I'm slicing it and serving it up, but if you let it rest, it's not gonna spill everywhere. So definitely don't miss that step. There's my daughter's plate too, and she can always have seconds of whatever it is that she wants, or I can make her quesadilla if she doesn't like the taco pie. And there's my son's plate. He's got his quesadilla and some of the crust chips, some carrots, and then he'll also have some of the taco pie on the side to try. Added some Greek yogurt and some salsa, and it turned out absolutely perfect. I really hope you try this one. I've got it all written up. I'll add it in the description for you. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely gonna make this again. Definitely try this one. And you can use any protein that you like for this, but the Impossible beef worked really good. Ground beef would work good too. Ground turkey, ground pork, whatever you have on hand. Enjoy. And there's my husband serving. I added some avocado, just regular sour cream for him, and some salsa. He's gonna add some hot sauce too. Which hot sauce are you using today? Maple chocolate ghost hot sauce. Whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, so hopefully he enjoys that. Spicy. Tonight we're just gonna be doing some chicken wraps, and it's just chicken nuggets and some cheese and ranch and veggies on the side, carrot, celery, and then nectarines too. So this is gonna be a super easy, fast dinner and super delicious. I hope you enjoyed that video and at least got a little inspiration for some new things to try in your home. I will have new start over. I hope you enjoyed that video and at least got a little inspiration for something new to try in your home. I will have videos every single week, so be sure to subscribe to see more and put that little bell on for notifications so that way you'll see any time that I post a new video. Plus, I am doing some short videos now as well for some of my most popular recipes, so make sure you check those out. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Now, YouTube thinks that you might have time today to watch another video, so go ahead and click on that wherever it is. Enjoy it, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.